Hello, my name is Monica. I'm an artist and graphic designer. I focus on creating large botanicals as well as prints and patterns. This is my first studio vlog. I'm preparing my surfaces for painting. The first surface I'm focusing on is watercolor paper to avoid buckling and having the paper to be wavy and uneven. I'm trying out the stretching technique I learned here on YouTube, which involves taping down the watercolor paper and soaking it in a lot of water. The fibers will absorb the water and stretch, and after drying in place, the watercolor paper should be smooth without any warping and ready for your paint. Okay guys, I think it's working right now. As you can, I don't know if you can tell on the video, but the paper is super flat. You can see the water shining. And I think this tape method is going to work for me better than the staples. As maybe just for this sizing, it will be safer for me to use the tape versus the staples. It just makes like such an even surface, and the edges will not buckle. I'm hoping. But this is how it looks right now, and I'm very happy looking. It's looking pretty good. The next surface I'm preparing is my large 30 inches by 40 inches canvas that I bought almost over a year ago, and I finally decided to use it. I was inspired by a recent sketch I did from a photo I took while we were traveling to Hawaii. This is another photograph that I took while we visited the botanical garden. I made a sketch of a photo using markers and watercolor and realized that it's a really cool and dynamic composition. So I decided it would be a good idea to translate it onto canvas. I'm doing the basic preparation, installing the canvas wooden keys and applying a few coats of gesso. And here's my first official day at this studio. I'm renting out a collaborative space where artists can set up and work in a large room, but it is not my own private studio yet. I'm calling this phase my humble beginnings in terms of renting or owning my own art studio space. And the very first thing I wanted to start working on immediately was the photograph I just mentioned. I was just so excited about it and excited to work on a larger format again that I thought this would be a really good idea to start with this painting. I painted the edges bright orange. I did this kind of intuitively without any planning. I just thought it might look really cool and could be a good contrast between the green leaves that I'm going to paint later. I think it does bring attention now even more to the composition and to the painting, and I'm very excited about it. I think it's gonna look really good. So almost at the very end of my day in the studio, I started filling in the white background, which is the clouds and the sky, mixed in with a little bit of black and other colors like like a darker red and green mixed together. And I'm seriously rethinking my decision of painting the background bright yellow, as literally having to paint back in the white. So I don't know if this was a good idea. I do like the fact that the color is peeking through. Like, I do want the edges to not be so perfect, and you will be able to see a little bit of color in between the branches and the leaves. So let's see how that will turn out. This is me just packing up and saying goodbye. And that's it for today's vlog. I'm hoping to post more regularly here. It's hard sometimes as I still have a full-time job. I'm trying to be in the studio as much as possible, and basically the time I have for editing is limited. But I do want to make more time for this, as I do have a few things I want to share and talk about with you guys. So let's see what happens. I'm trying to be better, and hope you're having a great week. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.